Hey, being a business owner, you might start when you're young and can really make a long lasting impression. We've got an expert here. He's doing a great job. Stay tuned for more. We're going to share some. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Your Little Castle Show. It's exciting having young, ambitious business owners impacting our little planet here to make a difference. And Brent Thomas has joined us. He's in studio here, and he had literally like enlightened me because I'm like, how many people want to start a business, and then they think about it for a minute, and then they think about it some more, and before too long they're like, nah, let's go work for somebody else. You decided to come right out of the gate. Got done with Flow Valley, got into the union, and said, hey man, I'm gonna go to work for myself. Started your own company.
Yes, sir. And it's like anything. There's never a right time. The right time is when you put your foot on the gas and go for it. You never look back.
I like that. Yeah, go for it. How often do we think about it, and you could have had 6 months under your belt, and you didn't do anything about it when you could have been proactively making something happen. So check out that first interview. Brent gave us a lot of great information. There's two full interviews. Most of our guests we do here to really get to have a little more content for somebody to show who they are and share some of their expertise and some of their trade secrets, if you will. And with that, we're going to jump back in. I want to finish up a little bit more. We talked about the big mistake that a lot of people make when they're buying a new unit for their home or they're just trying to get a repair made. And expound upon that a little bit more. Tell me, what's the biggest mistake you see people often make?
Not getting a second opinion. You know, I could tell you all the time, not getting a second opinion will cost you in the long run.
Get that second opinion, because the first job, a lot of times, they're like, yeah, let's just shoot for the high. These big corporations, we're not naming names, but they say, hey, you need a new unit. That's just what you got to do. Get that second opinion.
Yes, sir. Because at the end of the day, it could just be a quick fix. Or if it's not a quick fix, you know, you can get it for lesser if you can at least get three options from three different companies.
Get more than one price, because so often it's just no two people are going to look at the same problem exactly the same.
Not at all.
And so it kind of depends. I'll never forget. I won't name the names here because we end up making friends with them. But a guy came in and he goes, "Oh, you need an A coil and it's $1,200 or whatever it ended up being." And I found out my buddy came back and goes, "Man, I could have put an A coil in for you for like $300."
Oh yeah.
But I didn't get a second opinion. This is part of the reason why.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so how often is it you see people, they don't get that second opinion? They're calling you later and they're going, wait a minute, tell me what happens with that?
They called me back and they said, well, I just spent this and it's still not cool in this room and I just paid all this money. And I said, well, you should have called me. But that's all I can say, because at this given point, you already paid your money and the damage is already done.
It's hard to, you can't go back, and there's no return policy after something's been installed. You own it.
Oh, yes,
And to tear something out would cost a lot more.
Yes, sir.
So get Brent in there the first time, everybody. Have him give you an evaluation, and if you don't like his what he has to say, that's all right. Even if you do like what he says, he even recommends get a couple people's perspective, because you're spending a lot of money. What's the average unit go for? You're saying $10,000 is generally where you're at?
Yes, sir. About 10.
Is that for one unit? Tell me about that unit. How many sears would that be, and what do you get for $10,000?
We always offer a good, better, best, like I mentioned before. And what it will do is the series goes all the way up to 15. You start at 13 and go all the way up to 15, depending on, you know, how about the efficiency of these units.
Okay. So the more you spend, the more efficient you'll be, and then you can cut your costs. So you're not spending so much energy, electric, to power this thing if you've got an efficient unit.
Yes, and then, you know, and that deals with the warranty, and a lot of stuff goes with the labor, the warranty. You know, typically it's a 2-year labor, and if you pay more money, you might get the whole 4 years of the warranty.
So yeah, how often does people these units, they'll last 10 years? But,
oh yeah.
But you need to, it's nice to be covered for that whole time, just in case there is a problem.
Oh yes.
You can get that fixed and make sure and take care of it.
And we can add that to our membership program too.
Tell me a little bit more about that membership program. What does that cover, and what's all involved with that?
So my membership covers two cleanings a year. One for your AC, one for your furnace, and it's 24/7 access, emergency service, and 10% off whatever you have to come out and repair.
So it sounds like it's inevitable. Somebody's going to use your service. Everybody should have one of these memberships because it's going to save money because they're going to need you anyway, and you're going to get some routine. How many people don't do the routine maintenance like you're talking about cleaning the units?
So I guess people do not do it because they just do not know. But once you go over there and fix it, the first time you mention it to them, hey, I never knew that, and they will want to go with you.
So you'll even show people how to do this themselves a little bit, but for that maintenance, you'll do it for them.
I do the maintenance for them.
That's a great little strategy there, everybody, because one of the key elements of anything in life, like your car, maintain it properly. If you don't maintain it properly, it's going to break down on you. What's the biggest maintenance? Is it changing the filters and cleaning?
Changing the filters, cleaning the coils, and then heat maintenance, cleaning the flame sensor.
The flame system, yeah. If you look inside of some of those flames, they're pretty hot, but you've got to get those cleaned out. How do you clean them yourself?
So we pull everything apart and we hit it with a nice wire brush. And with the dirty flame sensor, we hit that with a wire brush too. So we're vacuuming your system out. You have a lot of debris that comes off the inducer motor. So we clean that too. So
there you go. There's a lot that goes into a unit here. A lot of pieces that a lot of us will never even realize that you got to maintained. But the inducer unit, the ignition, there's a whole lot of stuff going on here. And you want to make sure these things are done properly, thoroughly, and completely. Residential, commercial, a little bit of each. You like both? What do you enjoy about each one?
So I mainly do residential. I have a commercial here and there, but I enjoy residential because it's more involved with building relationships with the people. Commercial, it's for, I wouldn't say it's for, the guys who don't really like to talk, but
right.
I like residential more because I'm building relationships with homeowners.
Yeah, you get to know somebody there. It's a little more personal, and you're dealing with somebody's home.
Yes,
right. And so often they're so excited because they've been just melting inside their house, or they're freezing. Usually the melting, I don't know which one of those you get more often, but you get to really make somebody happy. Does that make you feel good?
Yes, sir. All the time. That just means that we're going in the right direction. We're doing something right in life.
Doing something right in life in general. I like that. That's true, man. How often is the case? But residential is where it's at, and there's just a lot more work to be had out there, I would assume, because you've got a lot of units around. What's the oldest unit you've ever seen somebody have?
Oh, man. An old Goodman. An old dinosaur. It was an R22 system we serviced yesterday. It was around for about when the original house was built.
And when would you say that was?
About 30 years ago.
30-year-old unit, everybody. So apparently they didn't maintain it, or did they get lucky?
They got lucky. It was just a thermostat. Thermostat wasn't working, but I did let the homeowner know that, it is an older unit. We should just keep an eye on it.
So that you didn't even replace it. You just said, hey, keep going. It was just a thermostat. Here you go. This is a great, honest guy, everybody.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it, I think that's the biggest thing I try to live by.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Write that one down, everybody. He could have come in there and said, oh, the whole unit's you got to up to everything. Didn't do that. Put a new thermostat in. What's a thermostat cost to replace?
About $200.
$200, and everything was back to normal and working fine. Yes, and a happy customer. What do you like about the St. Louis market? How does it impact your business?
It's just like any business. Everyone's going to need you, regardless. Whether you like it or not, whether they like it or not, they're going to need you.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes on here in the St. Louis area with regard to temperatures and weather. And does the weather in St. Louis affect the way the HVAC units are starting and stopping all the time? This time of year, they're going off and on, switching to heating to cooling, back to heating?
So that's the thing. Like during the day, they might run their cooling system, and in the night, they're running the heating system. It's like, what is going on? It's like one day it'll be busy, next day it'll be kind of slow. So it's like, give me one thing or another.
So there's times when somebody's called you here and they're saying, hey, I got a heating problem. And they call you back the next day, like, oh, now I've got a cooling problem. And you have the same problem or a problem for each one of their systems in one day?
Oh, yeah, every day it happens because sometimes, you turn it on and off your thermostat, it could probably blow a fuse because, essentially it doesn't know what you want to do, Okay. And it's just like anything. When your heat not working, you try to turn it on cool to make sure that that's working before you turn it back on your heat. It's just like taking the batteries out of the remote and trying to put them back in there and see if they still work.
Give it one little extra juice from a little insertion back into the battery pack. That's not going to help you out. You need to get it looked at and have a professional take care of it.
Because it's just like a phone. When someone's phone's not working, oh, let me turn it off, turn it right back on. It doesn't always work like that. You might as well take it back to Apple.
More technology here involved with HVAC that are more physical moving parts and stuff like that makes it something that must be managed with a professional. So tell me a time. You've been doing this for a while now. Tell me a time when you helped somebody that was in a tough situation. You knew they were kind of left out on a limb, but you came through for them.
So we do not always condone in putting in used units. So, I mean, it was an elderly lady. She did a new furnace. She couldn't afford, the furnace, so she had to go with a used unit.
Really? So, but you helped her out and figured out a way to put something there that saved her a lot of money.
Yes, sir.
And a used unit, does it still have a warranty on it too? But you warranty or your installation? How do you?
It's not the same warranty as a new one. I just give it about a 30-day warranty. That's the best I can do, because essentially kind of rolling the dice.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, but you came through for somebody. She couldn't afford what's the average furnace cost these days?
At least, $3,000 and up.
Okay. So she saved some money then.
Oh, yes.
And you took care of her, and as long as if it gets past those first 30 days, it may be lasting for a while.
Yes.
All right, that's what we're looking for, people helping those in our community. What's a challenge you've had to overcome as a business owner? There's always lots that goes into running a business. What are some of the hurdles you've overcome to make yourself stronger?
Just being young and ambitious. It's kind of hard to find good help nowadays. But I think that's the biggest thing is, finding people that's reliable.
Yeah, good quality work, people that are willing to put the effort in and to get things done, and then you wake up and you got to go do it again and try to find somebody to help you.
And like anything, they always say, if you want something done the right way, you do it yourself. And I think that's kind of where my life is going right now.
That's well said too. Write that one down there. Another good tip from Brent here. But you want something done right, do it yourself. And that means maybe taking control of a situation to get somebody that you can find as a professional that you can trust to get it done right.
Yes, sir.
And kind of taking the bull by the horns. That you're the one who's responsible for your own house, your own heat, your own warmth, and to overcome those challenges. And how often do you deal with a customer who's like, they don't understand at all what's going on. There's a big challenge in their way, and you're going in to help them.
So it happens all the time where the challenge, they might not see it as a challenge, but I try my best to try to explain to them like what's going on. Even if, like you said earlier, gotta show them a 5-second YouTube video. I mean, we have to figure something out for you to understand how important, getting your system back online is.
Yeah, so often people just don't realize all the work that goes into a unit like that, and so you're going to end up, if you try to cut corners and patch it together, it may not last as long as they had hoped, and you're going to put something in there that's going to last for a long time. What's the average expectancy you get these days out of a new unit?
About 10 years, 10 to 15 years. Probably no more than 20, but, it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in these devices, so there's a lot that can go wrong.
Yes, sir. And it's a new day and age, and you're trying to use more high efficient. And I think people are going with the electric furnaces and rather than the gas to save on their, gas bill, and it's just to each his own.
So that is another reason why you should talk to an expert that can help you make the decision to figure out what it is.
Yes,
and
sir.
If they take care of this thing correctly and maintain it properly, they could get 15, maybe 20 years.
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely.
There you go. With that, we've got some more fun in our community. We're going to share a little bit more. Finish up with our SLU guys here. Stay tuned. What's your name?
Amari.
Mark, how you doing?
Amari.
Amari. I'm sorry, got that. Amari, good to meet you. What position do you play for SLU?
I'm guard.
You're a guard.
Yeah.
You can shoot, dribble, dunk, and the whole thing.
Yeah, just a little bit. I wish I could do it like him, but
We're going to talk to him too. All right, Mark. How excited are you about the upcoming season for SLU?
I'm very excited. You know, we got a group of guys, you know, that compete and, you know, that's willing to win. So, you know, it's fun. You know, you can't complain.
So is there going to be a potential conference championship in this maybe? Don't want to get you in trouble predicting. We don't do that in baseball. We don't do it in football. But do you at least feel like you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I said, we got a group of guys that's willing to win, you know, that's willing to dive on floors and get loose balls. So, you know, can't complain, honestly.
They said hard work pays off, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Yeah, thank you. Mark. What's your first name?
Kalu.
Kalu. How long have you been playing with the SLU basketball team now?
This is going to be my second year here now.
So you excited having a new coach? This is his second year too. Did you come along with the coach? You like this program he's got put together?
Yeah, I came along with him last year. It's a great program, great environment. I'm excited for this new season.
So as a matter of SLU's place in the conference, you think there's a chance you might do well in the conference this year?
For sure, just got to take it day by day and come compete every single day, and I think we'll have a great chance for that.
What position you specialize in?
I'm a forward.
So you can do those rebounds, maybe a slam dunk, and hit a three-pointer every once in a while.
For sure, for sure.
You need any help with your reverse slam dunk, you let me know.
I got you, man.
All right, everybody. We're here up at the event at Delwood, Juneteenth. Cardinal Cowboy. We'll be back.
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. By now, we are on ABC 5 times a week. So many businesses are loving what we're doing to help them get their name out there. We'll sit right here in our guest chair, right here, sitting here talking to us. We're going to put on the wall your website and everything about you, and highlight you as a leader. Fill out the form you see here on our website. It's bigleagues.com, and if you go to bigleagues.com, fill out this form. Takes just a couple seconds, and you can even schedule yourself right here. Schedule yourself to be on the show, and there's no charge for us to record you. There's no charge to be in the studio. Check it out if you would like to be on. Fill out the form again, bigleagues.com. This is where we can turn any interview into a series of clips. A professional video on your website closes more sales by instantly building trust, clearly explaining complex products, and keeping visitors engaged longer, reducing bounce rate by 34%. It'll help you to gain that credibility, increase engagement, simplify complex tasks, lower your sales friction, and boost your rankings on the search engine. So this is all kind of a no-brainer. See how we've now had over 500 interviews and now almost 250 different business owners. Go to bigleagues.com That's BIGGLEAGUES.com. Go to bigleagues.com and get signed up. You can schedule right from there. All right, everybody, there you see it. If you would like to be on the show, let us know, because we help people to magnetize their media. This is a #1 seller on Amazon. Yours truly wrote the introduction. They said, Carter, you essentially wrote the first chapter. There it is. You can see the tip of my mug in there. But how has technology changed the way we function? If you're not getting involved with a website, social media, you've got Instagram. We're going to put that up for everybody here. Let me show everybody here. This gentleman here, Brandon's on the ball. He knows about Instagram too. So tell me a little bit about your Instagram page here and what you're trying to show off with everybody.
So pretty much is having everyone see that it's more than just one-sided company. You know, it's your audience and who are you trying to get to. So I'm trying to get to everyone on my social media, let people know, hey, before and after pictures, let them see all the walks and how we just started it and where it's going now.
Yeah, because technology and social media has really turned into the way we all kind of update and communicate and get the word out. If you're not doing it, guess what? Your competitors are. And so it's a good idea to have good content out there. You got lots of great looking stuff out there.
Oh,
I was scanning through that for everybody to take a look at. I'll put the wide angle there. But man, somebody who's on the ball, got a good following. And then, of course, you also have your Facebook page. And I'll put that back up there on for everybody to see. But tell me about your Facebook here.
So just like I kind of reiterated for what I said, you know, just different audience. And when people look up your business, they want to see the face behind it too. So Google really helps. But this right here, it takes it to the next level.
Yeah, there's just so many people. They're like, they want to learn about you. Like you said, it helps them to get to know you so that you can make them feel confident with who it is they're buying. And that's why we do the show, everybody. And a lot of people take our interviews and cut them up into clips, and then just in small pieces people can learn about you. But that's a great way to keep on top of it. With that, we're going to finally show your website, too. We've got that on the wall behind me here. We went over that a little bit just on the screen behind us, but we did a brief preview of it up there. But you've got all the information right here. But pretty easy. Call you right there or get a quote, and you've even got specifics and pricing kind of set up for people, too, so they know right off the top of their head what they're going to be getting from you and what you charge and how much your services are. This is a heck of a website. Do you enjoy the response you're getting from your website?
Oh yes, sir. It brings a lot of, obviously revenue, but a lot of attention too.
Revenue, everybody. You've got to have the information out there for people to understand who it is you are. Well, tell me, what are some of the mistakes, without naming names, what are some of the mistakes you see some of the other guys do? We talked about one that bothered me that I know this happens, but always trying to sell that new unit when they don't need it. What are some of the mistakes you see consumers make?
For a simple checkup, I think the biggest thing is it's just supposed to let you know that your AC is still running. I shouldn't have to sell you something that should have came with the system already. I think that's the biggest thing. When you often go to these maintenance checks, it should just be an oil change. It shouldn't be an oil change with, hey, you need X, Y, Z. It should just be, I got you. Your system is running. It's going to continue to run.
Yeah, how often are they upselling? That's just something, and people, they don't need it. We hear these stories, especially the little old lady who's getting taken advantage of. Getting an expert like this, you can see the reputation. He's got the reviews and a lot of the incredible things people are saying about him. Tell me the process, though. We shared it a little bit with people. What's the process? Is it as easy as going to the website, filling out the form? They can even select a specific service. I'm going to go over that with everybody again. Boy, that's pretty neat. And but you can see here, air conditioners, AC repair, maintenance, furnace repair. Select one of these, and then what happens after somebody goes through the steps here?
So once they go through the steps, it automatically goes to my net software, and it gives me a notification that, hey, you have a new job. And with them scheduling online, it's faster, it's more convenient.
Yeah, I'll say this is super well laid out. You really spent some time on here. I mean, I just like to even just basically, it takes you here to this list of items that people can pick, and within a few minutes, they've kind of got an idea. If somebody just wants to call you, though, can they just pick up the phone and say, hey, can we talk real quick, and then you schedule that way too?
Yes, sir. You can schedule over the phone or you can schedule online. That's just our online, more faster, convenient way to do it.
Well, it sounds like you're really organized here, man. This is somebody who's on the cutting edge of some technology, doing a great job. Brent is on the ball, and this is how you run a company. What's one of the biggest objections people have, though? Is it always price, or how soon, or what's the biggest thing you hear from people?
I got to get a second opinion. I think, but I always, want them to get a second opinion because their opinion is not mine, and they always come running back and saying, hey, we're going to go with you.
Yeah, how often are they going to the other guy, and the other guy says, okay, well, you need to do this and do this and this, and you're like, oh, Brent told me I could do it for that.
Yes, sir.
And you're making sure to give them what they really need.
Yes, sir.
Well said and well run there. That's how you do things to make sure you take care of people. Well, ultimately, what is it that gives you the most satisfaction out of what you're doing here to help people?
Just knowing that I chose the right career field, knowing the ins and outs, knowing what it could have been versus what I'm making it to be.
Yeah, I'm kind of blown away with all of what he's put together on his website. Whose idea was it to put all that information on the website? Did you got a web developer who helped
Yes,
you with
sir.
that? Was it mostly your idea or his idea, or the two of you worked together?
So pretty much, I just gave him the layout on what I need done, and he executed it better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll kind of go over here, but you just go to the get a quote, or you can go over here and it says schedule a service, and you got to see here this outline here, and this just makes it start a quote request. But just a few steps here within a couple clicks, now you've got a process put in place, and people can then figure out what it is they need quickly, and have you show up at their house. What's the normal turnaround time for somebody to get you to actually come out to the house to do work?
So you can actually view my schedule. So you can.
Okay.
It's on the House Call Pro.
Gotcha. All right.
So you'll have to go back out to Google and hit the.
Okay. But they can actually get to where they can see your services, and then they can see your schedule, and that's done through the. Is that through your Google
business?
business page? Okay.
Business page, yes.
Awesome. Well, do a Google search, find Expectancy Air, and you'll see a lot of great information out there. But somebody who's really on the ball, and just what makes you feel? I mean, what do you enjoy most about being your own boss?
Just making my own hours, being able to do things like, sit down with you and at my earliest convenience. And I don't have to look over my shoulder and say, hey, I got to be back at work. This is work right here.
Well, you have it all right there, everybody. And so if you get the information from the expert here is that reviews call. Is it one of these?
Appointments.
I'm sorry?
You go down to appointments.
Is that scroll down?
Suggested open 24 hours. Suggest and then appointments right there up top. Go.
Oh, okay. There it is. Okay,
appointments.
so I'm going to put this on the screen for everybody. Take a look here again, but we did the search, and that gets us right here. This is the option right here, and then click on there and click on
House Call Pro.
House Call Pro.
Up top.
Top.
Keep scrolling a little bit more. Where it says up under suggestion edit appointments.
There it is.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Stay tuned for more. Giddy up.